Welcome to the Tech Space. In the last tutorial, we talked about classes. This is tutorial 18, and we're going to talk about constructors. So basically, what we learned in the last tutorial is that you can make a class that holds functions, and to use those functions, we have to use public so that our main function and other functions know that this information is in this function or in this class. And then to use the class or any function in the class, we have to create an object. So the object's still here for this class. Our public's still here, and we're going to create a constructor. So before we create one, I want to explain what a constructor is. So basically, it's just like a function. It's just when you call a constructor, it automatically is the first thing that will be called into the program. So whatever program you're building, a constructor will hold all of the information that then is executed first when you have the object of that class called. So down here, as you can see, I have the object declared already. So when I call when I make a constructor, as I'll make one. So we'll go over making a constructor because it's sort of complicated. So inside a class, you make a constructor by entering the class name and then enter parameters and then braces. So basically that's all you do. This is a constructor. Later on, or actually we can do this in one video. So basically this is the constructor. It's just basically the class name in the form of a function. As parameters, you can put parameters in there, and of course the body. Then we have something called a deconstructor, and it's the opposite of the constructor. And to do that, we use the tilde, which is next to the 1, to the left of the 1 on the keypad usually, or on your mouse pad. And it looks like this. And then we just write the function, or the class name. Parameters, and then of course the body again. So this is the deconstructor. So everything in here is going to run after everything else in this class is done. So without creating a without calling any function, because these aren't functions, they're called obviously, like I said, the constructor and the deconstructor. So when you call the object, both of these are automatically called. This one will be called first, and this one will be called last. So no matter what's in between here, or even if you were to create a function above here, your function, class, or your constructor would still run before this function. So what you usually do, or what I usually do, is just keep the constructor up here, keep the deconstructor at the bottom, and that way you know the function or the constructor is going to run first, the deconstructor is going to run last. And again, the tilde is to the left of 1 on your keyboard, easy to find. You just click shift and that button, and that's how you denote the deconstructor. So that's how you do a constructor and a deconstructor. And just to show you, we can have just hello, and then just put this is a deconstructor. So without creating any declaration to call a function, we don't have to. We just have the object. As soon as the object's created, the constructor and the deconstructor will automatically run. And to show you, we can do this and build and run the program. And there you go. So hello, and this is a deconstructor printed out on the screen. And as you can see, the constructor ran first and the deconstructor ran second. So that's how you make a constructor, that's how you make a deconstructor, and that's how you use them in classes. And by the way, they're only useful in classes. That's actually the only place you can use them. Later on, when we have separate classes, Again, you'll do the same thing. You'll just make the constructor and deconstructor, and we'll go over something called prototyping. With that, it's just like regular function prototyping. It's just a little bit different. So we'll go over that later. But until then, thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, post them in the comments below, and I will try to answer your question. Other than that, I'll see you next time.